Good morning and welcome to Fast Horses Today. Today is President's Day. It's Monday, February 17th. So happy President's Day to everybody. Hope you are enjoying your day. And if you have the holiday today, please enjoy it. Be safe out there. You know, I know it's really cold out here in Chicago, and I know some of the other parts of the country, has some nasty storms and whatnot. So be safe out there. Enjoy your President's Day and your time off today. Thankfully we've got some racing and racing in Santa Anita. Santa Anita puts on their usual President's Day card, and today was looking over the races, and I just find it a very challenging card, and I think there's going to be some big payoffs in the latter half of the card. I'm skipping over the first few because I just don't see a lot of betting opportunities there. But I do like some horses in the latter half of the card, and I am going to play a late pick 5 today, which does start in the sixth race. So the sixth race at Santa Anita has approximate post time about 3 o'clock or 3:05 Pacific, so 5 o'clock here Central Time Zone. They put a 6 furlong grass race, so that's 6 furlongs on the flat grass. This is a starter allowance. A starter allowance for non-winners of 3 races, so make it even more difficult because these starter allowance races are very challenging, especially when they put them on the grass. So I've got 3 horses I'm going to put in here to try to get this pick 5 started. I'm going to go with the 3, who is player B for Doug O'Neill, Hector Berrios. Now Hector Berrios seems to have the keys to this horse because his 2 wins were both ridden by Hector Berrios back last year on the Santa Anita grass. So, they're going back to Hector after having Maldonado on the horse. Not that Maldonado did anything wrong with him, certainly didn't. Looks like this horse, inconsistent type, which that's why he's running in the starter allowance. But seems like whenever he drops in class out of the allowance races, he ends up putting up good effort. So, the last 2, this horse ran in some claiming races. He ran second in What Makes Sammy Run, which that's certainly an accomplished grass sprinter. And, if he can come second him run there, he could certainly run with these. So I'll put player B in here at 7-2. That's the 3. Going to also put the 6, who is Schwarzmeyer. Schwarzmeyer got claimed out of his last race. Peter Urton claims the horse. He keeps Abel Lascano on the horse. And, the last time this horse ran, I gave this horse out on Fast Horses Today. I made a win bet on this horse. And, he was 9-2, so it was a nice winner that day. This horse ran really nicely in his first time on the grass. He overcame a bad ride by his jockey, Lascano. Lascano really didn't do good work on this horse. You just got to say it how it is. And he still ended up getting up there. So the horse, just probably pulled him to the winner's circle, really. So this was his first time on grass. Ended up running in a starter allowance. John Sadler put him in for the claim, and Peter Urton saw fit to claim him. So, reason I liked the horse last time, I remember he just ran with some nice horses and ran well with them. He ended up being Miramati and Santorena, who, Miramati certainly run off a nice win streak. Santorena ran a huge race to break his maiden just recently, and, just ran with some nice horses. With this dip in class, he won in a starter allowance race. So this is his next progression, keeping him on the grass. We'll see if Peter Urton has the keys. Schwarzmeyer, I will put this horse in at 4-1. And then finally, I'm going to put the 8, who is Rexford. Rexford, Phil D'Amato. D'Amato puts Gonzalez on the horse, and certainly Gonzalez, does ride quite a few for Phil D'Amato. He doesn't always ride his top line, but he certainly, rides a lot of horses for him. And Rexford, this is not a horse that I've bet on, but I see how frustrating he might be for folks who have been following this horse. This horse runs nice races, runs nice speed figures, but just, ends up coming second a lot. So, we see these kind of horses, at Santa Anita, especially on these starter allowance grass races. They can be very frustrating. I will put this horse in today. He's 3-1. It's a matter of this horse seems to have found a field that's a little light. So if Gonzalez can get a good ride on this horse, maybe this horse finishes up. But again, I'm putting 3 horses in, so Rexford being one of them. So I've got the 3, the 6, and the 8. All right, now let's move over to the next race. Next race is one of the Northern California type races. So this is a $5,000 claim race, 6 furlongs on the dirt. And there are 2 Northern California races that are in the pick 5 sequence here. And I feel like both of these races can provide some chaos here today. Now, as we've seen these Northern California races, that hasn't happened. These races have been won by shorter prices, and they've been non-competitive, really. I mean, it seems like the horses that win end up winning by a lot of lengths. But I feel like they put together a couple fields that are just very competitive, and there are no standouts in these races. So I feel today these are going to be some tough races, and I feel like these might trigger a big payoff in the late pick 5 and all the other multi-race wagers. So 7th race, as I mentioned, 5,000 claimer, 6 furlongs on the dirt. I've got 4 horses I'm going to put in here. I'm going to put the 3 Reef City at 12-1 for Jeff Bondy. This horse has been, in these lower level claiming races, running some even races. I like the race he ran last time. This horse ended up running in Santa Anita in $5,000 claiming race, so same level here at a mile. And the horse ended up running second to a horse that seemed to be more than ready to win that day in Warren's World. So Reef City ran a nice second. I feel like that should put this horse into the mix here at 6 furlongs, cutting down and distance here 12-1. Aguilar takes the call again. We'll see if Reef City can get it done here. I'm going to put the 4, who is Bobby's Alibi, for Taylor Falls. Or I'm sorry, Faith Taylor is the name of the trainer. So Faith Taylor and Kevin Orozco. And this horse, 3-1 in the program. Hard to trust this horse. Horse runs, decent races, even races, but hasn't gotten to the winner's circle. You could put this horse in there. Chips fall where this horse needs. You certainly could win it, but hard to trust this horse as a single. We'll put Bobby's Alibi, the 4 horse. Going to also put the 6 horse, who was our expectation, for Gennaro Vallejo, and Espinoza takes the call. Asa Espinoza, and we've seen Espinoza do well with these kind of races. Now, Vallejo claimed this horse back in January. This horse was a favorite running in this level at Santa Anita. He was 8-5 that day. Ended up disappointing his backers with a 4th place finish, but ran a good race and ended up getting claimed by Vallejo. Now today, as of today, Vallejo's 0 for 11, but certainly Vallejo can definitely win races and win races at these lower levels. So 6-1, Asa Espinoza. Vallejo, after the claim, put this horse in an allowance race over at Los Al at nighttime. Certainly was not his cup of tea, but maybe a good tightener workout for this type of race here. So we'll put the 6, our expectation, and then finally going to put the 7, who is the program favorite in running Ute, Dwayne Baker, and Baker puts the apprentice Arantes on the horse. Now this horse comes off a little bit of a break. This horse was in really good form back in the fall, winning 3 in a row at 3 different tracks. So certainly took his track with him, and was able to run at 3 different surfaces and win races. So something certainly went amiss since the last race. This horse ran at Pleasanton in late November and in a 4th place finish, and they're putting this horse in after a couple month layoff. I don't know if the horse is ready. We'll put this horse in. If he is, certainly will be tough. We'll put him as one of 4 horses. So we've got the 3, 4, 6, and 7. All right, now let's go to the next race of the day. Next race being the 8th race, and it's a 6.5 furlong sprint on the turf. Not downhill. This is the flat course. So these are California bred allowance horses. These are 3-year-olds. So still, young horses. Still, fairly new horses to the game, and a nice allowance race. So they put together a good field here. I'm going to put 2 horses in. For some, it might be as easy as just singling the 4-horse Flavian Pratt. At Cali Cat at 5-2. I've got 2 horses I'm going to put in. If you just singled Pratt, certainly can't talk you off that. Seems like Pratt is really the magic man over there, and just wins races and just does such great work there at Santa Anita. Yeah, I'm going to put 2 horses in. I'm going to put the 3, who has got him column, for Val Brinkerhoff. Now Brinkerhoff, this is kind of an interesting record here. He's 0 for 21, but 10 thirds. So his horse has been running okay, just hasn't found the winner's circle. Val Brinkerhoff, certainly wins races over the course of a year. And this might be the time for Val Brinkerhoff to get a winner here. Got him, ran with some nice Calbreds, back in the summer and some of the stakes races. Tries turf for the first time, which shouldn't be a problem. Horse seems to be okay, bred all right for the turf. 5-1, Abel Lascano. Lascano's got a couple live ones. We'll see if he can do some work here. So we'll put Got him, 5-1. I think he'll be a long shot, though, based on some of these other horses that are in here. I'm going to put the 4, who is Cali Cat. 5-2, program favorite for John Sadler. And as I mentioned, Flavian Pratt. Now this horse, Sadler's barn has been heating up, it seems, a little bit lately. He got off to a kind of a slow or really slow start at Santa Anita when the meet opened, but he's won a few races recently, and the barn's heated up. Now this horse got beat in his last time by Triple Diamonds, and really it was just one of the few occasions where Flavian Pratt gets outridden by somebody, and he got outridden by Umberto Rispoli on Triple Diamonds. Ended up, Catley Cat lost by a nose that day. Certainly was good enough to win the race, and probably, would have in most cases. But it looked like Rispoli kind of fooled Pratt and got his nose down on the wire. Triple Diamonds came back to run yesterday in the Baffle. I thought Triple Diamonds ran a nice race in the Baffle. Had a rough trip, kind of just going step for step on the lead, and just gave it up. So Triple Diamonds might be a good horse. We'll see. So losing to Triple Diamonds may not be the worst thing. So we'll put the 3 and the 4 here in this race. Okay, so let's go to the next race of the day. Next race being the 9th race. And again, this is one of those Northern California races. $12,000 claim, or 12.5 claim, 6 furlongs. These are 3-year-olds only, fillies. When you put these 3-year-olds together running for low levels, I think that's when chaos ensues, and I could see that happening. I'm going to put 6 horses in. I can't split this race. I don't know if it's as simple as putting the short prices in. We'll see if these horses could duplicate their races. I don't know, but I'm going to put 6 horses in. I'm going to put the 2, Care for Autism, comes off a win last race, a nice win at Santa Anita. There's a few of these horses come out of the same race. The 3-horse Autism Inspiration got beat by Care for Autism last time near the wire. Certainly ran a good enough race. Probably, got outridden by Anton Gomez. Got outridden by Anton Georgi, to finish second there. Gomez did. So Anton Georgi on the 2. Going to put him in. Going to put the 3 in, Autism Inspiration. Going to put the 4, who is Sensational ZZ, for Francisco Rodriguez. Rodriguez takes over for Manuel Badia on this horse, and Giovanni Franco takes the call there. I'll put this horse in as a long shot, 8-1. This horse has speed. I'm not exactly sure what happened last time when he ran with a few of these. He just kind of, took the lead and just gave it up. So we'll see. Give this horse another chance here at 8-1. Going to put the 5, who is Full Moon Grazing, Steve Sherman. He has a couple in here. Kyle Frey takes the call. This horse, ran a big race last time. This horse might get over bet because people see the bad start. He ran on for 3rd. Again, I don't have a lot of faith in these horses. I feel like trips or gate breaks can make a difference. We'll put this horse in at 4-1. I'm going to also put the 7, who is the program favorite, Robbins Tough Love, Stephen Miotti, Acel Espinoza. This is the program favorite, 5-2. This horse comes off a win in her first start at Santa Anita. Ran in this same 12.5 level, maiden 12.5 level. Kind of had a bad start, ended up running on nicely, getting up by a nose. We'll see if this horse can duplicate it. We'll put her in there. And then finally, we'll put the 8 horse, who is Riverside Rose. Riverside Rose being a long shot here for the Rubalcava barn, and Cristobal Herrera on the horse. Now these guys, Herrera's had a tough meet here so far. This horse is 15-1. This horse ran with Better last summer, breaking her maiden in special weights, and then running in the Everett Nevin, which I know that's a good stakes race up north for 2-year-olds. So we haven't seen this horse since then. They're putting this horse in for 12.5. Steady work tab. We'll see. Like I said, I could see possibly some chaos in this race, and I don't know that it's as easy as going with the short prices. So we've got the 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. All right, now let's go to the last race of the day. Last race of the day being the 10th race. It's a mile on the grass. These are maiden special weight Calbred horses. These are 3-year-olds. And, nice full field of horses. So I like this, that they scheduled this as your last race here. I got 2 horses I'm going to put in. I'm going to put the 2 in, who is Fix It Quick for Mike Pipey. Hector Barrios on the horse here. This horse has had a couple starts, both in grass sprints, and now they're putting this horse, at a 2-turn mile on the grass here. This horse was a big purchase, $200,000 purchase, which I always, I don't know, people are spending a lot of money on Calbreds, and I just don't know how they're getting that money back. But this being one of them, we'll see. This is 3rd start. As I mentioned, 2 sprints. Horse ran some even races. I thought the horse ran, nicely last time, running up against 3 Georges and Horizon Wildcat, and ended up coming 4th that day. I think this horse probably wants to run a little longer. Hector Barrios, is an improvement over Ayuso. Nothing against Ayuso. I think he rode the horse fine, but Barrios probably a bit of an improvement. We'll put the 2, Fix It Quick. And then I'm going to put the 8 horse, who is the favorite, Sabretooth, 9-5. Tim Yakteen, Flavian Pratt. Interestingly enough, this is a Calbred race. This horse was bred in Maryland, and I think it's just how they filled out their paper. I'm not exactly sure after this horse was conceived if he was dropped in California. I don't know how that worked there, but the horse does qualify as a Calbred. So 9-5 in the program, Sabretooth. Sabretooth is certainly run with better. And, the program odds say 9-5. It'll probably be much less than that. I'm sure this will be a single on a lot of tickets, and I certainly wouldn't fault you for doing it. So I'm going to put Sabretooth in here. This horse has certainly had some high speed figures and run with some nice horses. Ran last time in the Eddie Logan up against Artislas and FOMO Joe. And Artislas is a really nice horse. This horse came came third to those two. FOMO Joe ran yesterday in the Baffle and ran just an even race, not a bad race there. So Sabretooth certainly warrants the favoritism, probably warrants a lot of singles. I'm just going to put two horses in because I'm just wondering maybe, some of these horses, there's reasons why this horse is 0 for 7 with 5 seconds. Maybe the winner's circle is just not for him. But, not faulting you if you single the horse, but I'm going to put the 2 and the 8 for pick 5 purposes. All right, now let's review the day and review the ticket. So today, I've got, on President's Day, a pick 5 ticket that starts in the 6th race. And in the 6th race, we're starting this pick 5 off with a 3, 6, 8, with 3, 4, 6, 7, with 3, 4, with 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, with 2 and 8 in the last race. Now, I know this is a little bit bigger ticket than usual. This is a $144 ticket. And I'm not suggesting you play this exactly as I am. You can, as always, add or subtract to this. If you want to play it as is, best of luck. That's what I'm going to do. But if you want to add or subtract, maybe you single a couple of the favorites, I don't fault you there. This is the only bet I'm going to make today. And, we're not going to bet until Friday. So I figure it's worth a shot here on President's Day. So as always, whatever you decide to do, if you want to play the pick 3s within it, play the daily double. The late daily double has been paying outstanding over at Santa Anita. So is the late pick 3, which is that $3 pick 3. So those might be options there. Whatever you decide to do, I wish you the best of luck. Let's get some good trips and some good luck for us today on President's Day. And let's wish the folks over at Santa Anita a great, safe day of racing today. Hope everything goes wonderful for them. As always, I really appreciate you watching Fast Horses today. Please do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything to do so. It just puts you on the feed when content gets created. It's served up to you. Like, dislike, make comments. I promise to respond to everybody. As always, thank you so much today for watching Fast Horses today. Have a wonderful day, President's Day, at the Great Race Place, Santa Anita.